Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of
Rating Arizona.
Beers, brought to you by the one, the only, King's Beer and Wine.
On Central and Thomas.
Central and Thomas.
Midtown.
Yeah, exactly.
Between Uptown and Lowtown. Downtown.
We're your hosts, Mr.
Eric Walters.
Everyone knows Eric. He doesn't have to say his name. And I am Marcus. So
Everybody knows you too, man. Everybody knows you.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Come on.
I don't want them to. Hey, so, this is going to be a treat, I think.
For sure.
So this will be our first as ambulances go flying by over here. This will be our first Pueblo Vida beer.
Heck yes.
So, guys, we have a beer out of Pueblo Vida, located in Tucson, Arizona. This is a collaboration beer called Vida y Muerte, collaboration with Tap and Bottle, and another one I'm not too familiar with.
All Souls Procession.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with All Souls Procession.
allsoulsprocession.org. So check that out, and you'll find out.
Yeah. So, in a Tap and Bottle I am familiar with. Been to their location across from, Crooked Tooth over there, and really enjoy that place. Really, really cool little spot.
This is the westbound, though.
I know.
Have you been there?
I haven't been to
I was
westbound.
just there a couple days ago. I went to Tucson to drop off some copies of our magazine, A Taste of AZ, and it's a cool little area. It's almost kind of like the, if you ever been to the Churchill downtown, it's not quite that, but it's basically just a bunch of concepts within the same little walk area, right?
Yeah.
Really, really cool. There was a coffee place over there called Decibel. They make ice cream out of there. Was it Blondie's ice cream, I think? There's a sushi place there. Really cool spot.
Wow.
So I think they do a lot of live music and stuff like that at Westbound. But yeah, same owners as Tap and Bottle.
Awesome.
Great people.
Yeah. And of course, we all know Pueblo Vida. And this is interesting because this is a golden ale with lime coming in at 5% ABV. So
I like that.
That'll be interesting. Pueblo Vida, as soon as I saw this at King's, because you could pick this up over at King's, of course, labels are unmistakable.
Oh, dude, their labels are Ryan, I can't remember what his last name is. Saywells is the name of the designer. He actually designed the maps in our Arizona beer book.
Oh,
so
cool.
if you look at each region, north, south, and central, he actually designed those maps in there for us.
Cool.
Really, really cool dude, but he's been doing their label designs, I think, from day
Day
one.
one, yeah.
And dang, man, not only great design, but great beers in there.
Yeah.
They're one of the top in the state, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And it's a treat.
They're definitely one of the top in the state. Yeah.
A treat to get it in Flagstaff or in Phoenix here, because you don't see their beers out very often. They're very much, in their tap room. They want to draw people into that tap room, which is a really cool tap room as well, right down in downtown Tucson. So for us to have this, it's really exciting. I'm excited to try this one out.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's crack her open.
Look at this guy. Give this guy a shout out. What's up, man?
Oh,
dude, he's bringing in
man.
Oh, what is this? You're good, man. Great. You want to say hi?
Hey.
Grant from Innocence Brewing.
There you go.
Innocence Beer Co.
Innocence Beer Co.
Yeah. He's like, I ain't going to
Sweet.
correct you. Dude, this...
One will be canning in the next week or two. It's a blend of all of our barrel-aged beers. So it's a crew.
Ooh.
Oh, Grant from Innocence just brought us a barrel-aged crew.
What does that mean?
Usually a Grand
dude.
Cru is a blend.
Okay.
Blended beer. Yeah.
Of any type, or is it specifically?
It could be. Yeah.
Okay.
It could just be
Okay.
any beers that are all blended together. Kind of get
These
a
ones
profile.
are for his barrel-aged beers.
Yep, 3 of
Yeah.
his barrel-aged beers. He has a really cool barrel program, so
Nice.
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Innocence Beer Company, man. Check
Dang.
it out.
I don't know if we'll be cracking into that one for a review, right?
Chug the whole thing.
Oh, you got this thing open. All right, you
Yeah.
opened up the Pueblo Vida.
Pueblo Vida.
This is a golden ale with lime, you said?
Yeah, at 5% ABV, so
Okay.
nice light little thing. And golden ale with lime. That seems like it would be like should taste like a Corona, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, okay.
So comes in, a little hazy, unfiltered. Let's say gold color, obviously. A really bright white head on it too. Fluffy bubbles on that. So it looks like a golden ale.
It does.
Let's get dry by aroma. Whoa, yeah, is a ton of lime.
That is. I like that though.
Big time.
I'm a big. I don't like just put a little bit of I'm squeezing whole limes into mine.
A whole lime, yep, and it is a whole lime. because of that lime and because of the yeast on that blonde ale, it even gives it like a sea salt character. Or my nose just wants to go towards that.
Sure.
You know what I
sure.
mean? My brain is thinking now lime and salt.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and not to say anything bad about Pueblo Vida, but it kind of smells like what is that? Stone does the lime and salt.
Oh yeah.
Beer.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called, but
that's kind of reminds me of.
yeah. This smells really good though. Like if I got this poured, right? I ordered this at a place, and I would smell this. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, for
heck
sure.
yeah.
Let's get a taste on it. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers to Grant for dropping us off this beer, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
for
man.
sure.
Not this one. That one over here, off camera. Dude, that is good.
Just super fresh.
Very fresh. It's got the that lime is significant, right?
It's super. Honestly, it comes out for more on the aroma for me than the flavor, but it's just like soft.
Mm-hmm.
It's very weird to describe it. It's like soft. It's whenever you're really hot and someone gives you like a good bottle of cold water and you drink it and you're just like like that just hit the spot. That's kind of like
same
this.
feeling.
It just that same feeling of just like, man, just soft, a hug.
Yeah.
Like I just got hugged.
I just got hugged.
My palate was like, thanks for hugging me. Pueblo Vida beer.
You're welcome. Yeah, I feel all right. So, like I said, I go heavy on the lime when I have a beer like this. This is the appropriate. This is a good amount of lime for me.
Yeah.
It's not overwhelming. Like as far as when I say it's significant, I don't mean it's like wow. It's like punch you in the face. It's enough to let you know that it's there's lime in there.
Yeah. Oh no. It's man. So they should have canned this, did 12-ounce cans, and sold it in 12 packs. Because this is like a pack it in, pack it out kind of tailgate beer.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take this to a Cardinals game and go watch them lose and sit there and just drown your sorrows from the horrible losses in beer.
Man, that was a brutal season, man. Wasn't it interesting? I thought we finished the very last Hard Knocks. Do you watch Hard Knocks?
Mm-mm.
So Hard Knocks is always about it's like preseason. So it's fun because you get to see who's going to make the team, and once in a while there's like the dude from the tight end from the Raiders who was barely going to make the team, and then he becomes a superstar. So there's always that anticipation. Well, this was the first year they did an in-season Hard Knocks, and it was the Cardinals.
Right.
Obviously, because of the fact that they're like, all right, let's follow this team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was a different story. It was a different story that they captured, but it was really interesting. It captured, Derek or J.J. Watts, his retirement, and Cliff Kingsbury just getting his ass kicked, and
Man.
he aged in one season. He aged about 15 years.
It's like the president of the United States. Obama came in. I remember the fit, healthy looking, and then like after 3 or 4 years, you're like, whoa,
Wow.
he's old.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kingsbury.
Cliff.
But anyways, we're getting off topic here. We're talking about Pueblo Vida.
Yes.
If you haven't been to Pueblo Vida in Tucson and you're an Arizona beer person, well, then you're not an Arizona beer person.
Yeah.
Because literally, this is a destination.
For sure.
This is reasons why people go to Tucson, like me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
My birthday is, the wife already knows, my birthday is a Tucson trip to go to Pueblo Vida, Crooked Tooth, and hit the Motor Sonora and hit up all these guys. Hard Bottle, of course. So Vida, I mean, so far I could say that I have not had a bad beer from them.
I agree 100%. And I think what happens sometimes with Pueblo Vida is their hazies are so good that's kind of what people know them for. But then, like, their hef is... I'm not a hef.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of hefs. Their hef's probably the best one I've ever had.
God, it's so
their
good.
stouts, like, my wife is even like... She's not a huge beer fan, but she's like, that place is awesome.
Yeah,
She's
their
like,
sours, too, are amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They do some crazy sours.
Yep. But what's cool is it's it's kept in house, right? It's drawing people in because that's what I like about downtown Tucson too. It's one of those places. It's not quite as walkable as Flagstaff, but you can go from Pueblo Vida to Borderlands to Crooked Tooth to Tap and Bottle. It used to be 1055 was downtown, Iron John's. So there's quite a few places like right in that walkable area, I like downtown Tucson a lot. And Pueblo Vida, nice job with this beer.
So, I mean, it's going to be a hard one to grade just based because, I mean, no one does a blonde with lime.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one to grade, but we could grade it as just an overall beer, I would suppose.
So what's the difference between a gold nail and a blonde?
Oh, yeah. I just said it was blonde. I mean, it's just,
Same thing.
Golden
Okay.
Ale's blonde ale.
Okay.
I mean, we could call it whatever I guess we want to call it. So,
I would say, I mean, just as a like a golden ale or a blonde or something like that, we grade it based on that.
yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
This is one of the best I've ever had because sometimes blondes and golden ales they got a little too much of the malt forward kind of character.
Grainy kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
That lime is what
9.5 for me,
Yeah.
man. This
yeah,
is
the lime
fantastic.
kind of just. It's like a Corona's skunky and has all this kind of funk to it, but it's on purpose because you add the lime to it and it tames the beer.
For sure.
And
It's a perfect combo.
and this thing is like so tame, and like I said, it just gave me a nice warm hug.
That's a beer name right there.
So
Nice warm
hug. Yeah, I'd go 9.5 on it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Delicious.
Definitely earned it, Pueblo Vida. You guys do a great job. Thanks for sending up some to the valley so we could do a review of it. And 9.5 for both of us. Excellent beer. Thank you for Kings for carrying this beer.
I know, King.
Yeah. Thanks for Grant for bringing this in once again. From Mrs.
Mickey,
Beer Co.
unfortunately, couldn't get on board with the niceness of Pueblo Vida, and so he couldn't get Pueblo Vida beers in here.
What do you mean? Like
Mickey and Pueblo Vida didn't get along very well.
I can see that with Mickey.
Yeah,
Mickey was Mickey.
He's
right?
just
Yeah.
like, oh, those guys, they think they're such snobs. They want, well, you have somebody nice like Mark and Sarah, and just go ask politely.
Yeah.
And you could get some beers.
For sure. Yeah. Well, sometimes too with those brands, it's what I really appreciate about Pueblo Vida is they stick to their brand.
Yeah.
They have from day one.
Yep.
You don't see them at a lot of festivals. You don't. It's tough to find their beer. It's occasionally you can find it up here, right? But it's like they focus on what they do, and they do what they do very well, and they have a great spot. And I can appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and I can definitely appreciate this beer, man.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey, thanks to Kings, and we appreciate you guys watching, and keep on supporting us. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.